It was a zoo last year. So I really can't tell you what would have been like, but I know it would have been tough. Um, it would have been crazier than it was. What was it, LA last year? Yeah. But if it was in Denver, it would have probably been 2 times worse. If it was in New York, it would have been 10 times worse this year if I was going through that situation. I'm glad it's not me anymore.
What was that like that weekend? I mean, for you in terms of just because of the uncertainty?
Yeah, it was a whirlwind, man. 'Cause at that point I still didn't really know what was going to happen. Uh, I still had to walk around. I still had to participate in everything, and everywhere I went, the questions was there. Every event, every appearance I went to, the practice, the game, even during the game, nobody really even cared about the game. They just wanted to know what was going to happen, where I was going to end up at. Even after the game, heading back to Denver, um, and then getting that phone call saying that first it went down and then it didn't go down and then finally.
Was it worth it in the end?
Huh?
Was it worth it in the end? Everything you went through? Questions?
Yeah, of course. It was. I dealt with it. I was dealing with it the whole year. Um, it was a great experience. I can tell you that. And at the end of the day, I still was able to have fun throughout that whole process.
What type of advice would you give Dwight dealing with the same thing? Now that LeBron went through it, you went through it. Now it's like a heightened sense to it. He being the next one is just so much more.
Well, the difference between what LeBron went through and what I went through was his was in the off season, so he was able to get away. And now I don't want to say hide, but try to avoid a lot of the questions that was being asked. For me, I had to go play. I still had to play at a high level every night. I still had to answer the questions night in and night out. And Dwight's situation is kind of similar to that. We'll see what happens with that situation. I really don't know where his mind is at right now as far as either staying or wanting to leave or anything like that. So we'll see what happens.